there you go. So we just finished that game, Casey.
Yep.
One of our most nail biting, I have to say, at least in a while.
Yeah, my first game as Rezzers, your second has got Gremlins, right?
Yeah.
So, So what do you think of McMorning now that you've seen him?
Well, I played him before at tournaments.
Oh, you're right. You've seen him.
Yeah, he's gnarly. I mean, it's just if you leave him alone, you have to try to have him activate and then just try to kill him all right there. If not, then he'll just kill a model, get some healing in.
Yeah, I mean, with 5 points of healing per turn, that's not hard to get either.
Yeah.
From McMorning. Yeah.
And I was saying okay, Steve, you have to just throw some pigs in there, or throw in the bacon bombs.
Yeah, and that's you made a good decision with McMorning just blowing up all your own gremlins.
I think what turned the tide a lot though was the bigger hat.
That turn with bigger hat certainly it helped you because I did have a decent dish hand.
Oh, you did. Did you have 11? I
had at least 1 or 2 face cards that could have done something.
Yeah. And luckily and that's the beauty.
And you even saw I cheated in a 13 or so to try to compete against it, but we all know that unless you flip the black or I flip the red, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I was like, yes, because I was my plan. I mean, it actually was successful, but I lost a lot of gremlins.
You lost all of your gremlins there. The 5 that were left after I expunged one.
Yeah.
You lost them all to your own shooting, which is what you needed to do so that I didn't have... Because there were at least 3 gremlins in there that could have given me hounds.
Yeah.
Now, I think you went a little overboard because there were a couple of those gremlins that didn't need to die, I think.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to...
I guess you were going hard after McMorning at that point.
Yeah. I should... Well, see, the thing about it, there was a catch-22. I don't think I should have taken that, the line of sight one. I should have probably taken... What was the other one? I shouldn't have taken Tag 'em. I should have taken something else.
Oh,
especially because you're in my face. Tag 'em I think is better if you're playing... Oh, I'm playing a Ramos. Or I'm playing a Colette.
Well, the thing is, if it's a master or even a henchman that gets in your face, it's easy to tag him. But then, if it's one that hangs far back, it's harder to tag him.
Yeah.
So tag 'em is a very interesting one. I'm curious to see where it goes because it is potentially
I think what you want to tag is you want to tag a support piece, a henchman support piece. You want to tag a Trixabelle, or you want to tag...
not necessarily bad.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing though is you have to tag them. You have to tag them every turn. You have to tag them at least 3 times to get your 3 points. So, the thing is, if I were to go after Trixie Belle too hard, I get in, I tag her turn 1 or 2. Get my point, but now you make sure anything getting close to her is dead.
Yeah.
You pull Trixie Belle back. You deny me those points.
Yeah.
And that's why I really did consider it when I saw you had 3 henchmen and 2 of them were basically support pieces in Trixie and Lenny.
I think also my choice of Francois versus Bert was...
It's we were talking about that a little.
Yeah.
They're very different.
Yeah.
Bert is more survivable, but he's more reliant on his support.
Yeah.
Francois can operate completely separate of it if he needs to.
Francois was 10 damage. What was that Red Joker against the...
the Red Joker where he basically killed himself with that one.
He's well...
He was pretty close. Even Severe, I think, would have killed him at that point, right?
Yeah.
He's got 8 or 9 wounds.
Well, the Severe wouldn't have killed him because he took half damage. He had 7... He had 7 wounds left. He had 7 wounds left.
7 left?
Because I did 3.
No, he'd taken 4.
Was it 4?
At one point. I was pretty sure 5 would have finished him off. I don't know.
Yeah.
How many wounds? But anyways, so
he
was
10
close.
wounds. He's 10 wounds.
Okay. So he might have...
I should have stoned. Okay, well, it was...
Oh, yeah.
If I stoned, I could have saved him. Yeah. He's a henchman.
He is a hench?
Yeah.
That's right. It's Lenny that's not a henchman.
Yeah.
He's an enforcer. Yeah.
And Lenny was just literally sitting there alright, well, looks like I'm just going to sit here and toss Trixabelle and...
Yeah.
And I think losing that Chikome early really did.
And it's a moment that when I've got more variety of henchmen, I'll probably... Because at this point, if I had... Even against what I was seeing, if I'd been able to bring a pair of Necropunks instead of one of the Chikome, I probably would have had them come over here and basically muscle Maris out.
Okay.
And try to...
Are Necropunks really that hard hitting?
Well, the thing is, they're not. They're 4 points for a reason. They're not too crazy. Actually, there might be 5. I could be, but the thing is, Maris is not a combat model.
Yeah, she's fine.
And so 2 of them fighting Maris.
And I scored 2 points off of that because of her.
Right, and that's exactly it. If they had been able to force Maris from doing her thing over there, because even just their presence could have prevented you scoring, meaning that you would have had to have started scoring on this side with more expensive models.
Yeah.
So the fact, and of course, it kind of never managed to summon with. Sebastian.
Yeah.
He died before he could. Get any hounds.
Because there was that moment I was debating, maybe I could just sit here and mark you every turn. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's a summoner. He's gonna just we were talking about.
Even that, but you couldn't have known this. But that turn, I would have only gotten 1 dog unless I was lucky. My hand was not great. But still, 1 dog would have been better than nothing. And if you tried to keep him alive for your points, that's actually the really weird thing. It's like, could you have kept scoring points? Because you were low on minions at that point. Yeah, the Slop Hauler was your only minion.
Yeah.
You most would have gotten 1 or 2 points in exchange for me getting 1 or 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I think that would have probably been bad.
Because then you would have been able to deny me all over this place right here.
Yeah. It would have been interesting if you'd left McMorning alive at low hit points instead of wailing on him with the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Then you would have scored for at least that turn.
Actually, I should have put McMorning as my murder leader target.
You should have, right. And but like we said, the other thing is I might not have...
Hindsight's 20/20.
I might not have charged him in if you hadn't marked him. I might have held a little further back. Oh, would
you? Okay.
Because at that point, you marked him, I'm like, okay, he's probably not got Eliminate the Leadership. Unless, of course, you're bluffing and you took both.
Well, because you saw...
That would be crazy if you took both.
But you saw Maris, though, so then Maris is a good telltale that, alright, I'm probably going to be doing Claim Jump, because it's...
Well, and that's the thing, is she's good at it, but she doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
But, of course, that was our only really scheme-heavy.
Yeah.
We didn't have Dig Their Graves or a lot of the other schemey ones.
But, Lenny did a good job. I have to say my MVP for the game. Freaking Trixabelle.
Yeah. And that's another moment. Playing with the river is definitely something that helps her because she can push him across it. And it is very interesting how Trixie can really disrupt the enemy lines just by pushing a key model back once or twice.
Yeah. Their charge. And just imagine, I've had that happen to Misaki before. 8 inches, right back.
At least she's willpower 7.
Yeah, but still.
But that is rough.
And if I had
actually imagine hitting the he's stubborn, but the Yasunori.
Oh, he is stubborn?
Yasunori.
Yasunori.
I'm thinking Yasunori. At least Yasunori again is stubborn, but if Trixie hit him, boom, back to the board.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
If you had to spend every turn walking Yasunori 12 inches forward just to get pushed 12 inches back.
I have to say, it's hard for me not to think of a reason not to take Trixabelle in almost every game because she's so versatile.
Well, you know what? My thoughts are almost, if you're going to take Lenny, you may as well take her. Because Lenny can put her wherever she needs to be.
Yeah. And then she can bring Lenny to her.
Right. It's a weird thing. I suppose there are probably moments where I can think of wanting something more specialized. But, yeah, in most cases, she's a pretty good buy.
The Ill Omens gave me so many turns. That was very handy. Especially, I think having a model with Ill Omens really does cater to my playstyle, which is a lot more...
it allows you to be aggressive,
Yeah.
and then the next turn you're in that aggressive position, which lets you go all out again.
What were you saying, Casey, earlier about playing 10 Thunders and playing... God damn it, see, what you go from one aggressive faction to another aggressive faction.
Yeah.
It was...
And that's another, actually. Her and her Ill Omens, in certain really schemy pools, might not be as useful.
Yeah.
So there are moments where, it just depends. Like we said, most crews, she probably
But
good.
I'm wondering if I misplayed Francois, where he was. Because we're...
You know what? Overall, I don't think so. It put a lot of pressure on that flank.
Yeah.
You were pushing 3 models into this table quarter, including one that was extremely killy, one that could deny.
Yeah.
Like, I think you got your points out of what they did. Now, you had no way of knowing that Ratkin was going to be my frame.
That was a really good one. I honestly thought McMorgan was going to be it. That's why I wanted to try to kill. I was
I did consider it.
Yeah.
And when you're like hitting him with a bucket, I'm like, okay, he probably thinks that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it is like bigger hat. There's times where I think that was a really key turn because if it wasn't for bigger hat, I think I wouldn't have gone like because I hit the construct.
Yeah, there was one time you hit him.
No, actually, I think I had a straight flip on him. Yeah, I had a straight flip and I red jokered him. And I was like, okay, well, I have to get rid of this now.
Yeah.
I would probably have preferred McMorning.
But it's still one of those moments. It would have been very difficult to dislodge. Like, without the red joker, he would have been alive. That construct. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, these things are mean. I mean, they don't, like, hit super duper hard.
Right.
But they have, like, it's...
I mean, they're really good for...
13 wounds, just, like, I'm not...
A walking pile of wounds.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those moments. In Wave 1, I've heard a lot of people say they used to take flesh constructs, like, by them. Mm-hmm. Although, as soon as Wave 2 hit and Rezzers got a couple of their bigger beaters, that's when you started seeing less of the flesh constructs.
I have to say, Rotten Bells are really...
Yeah.
They're just solid. Even with the nerf, they're still super solid. I think also nerfing it really does make that target number... Because what was before?
Target number 8, where you need a 4.
Yeah.
And now it's 7, where you need a 5.
Which is, I think that's a really good baseline. Yeah.
No, and that's just it. 7 is still good, and with their trigger, it's still the best lore in the game. Not to mention, this is something that doesn't come up in the conversation because you don't always buy Madame Sybil, but her upgrade makes it so that Rotten... I think if it's either the bell or the target is within range, they get +2 the target gets +2 walk for the duration of the lore.
Oh.
So their lore really is the best in the game with all of the support involved still.
Trixie Bells is just the opposite. I just want to launch you in the opposite direction.
Right. And that's that's the thing, Trixie Bells uses charge. So there are models in the game she can't lure away. She can't push them back.
Yeah, like the what was his name? Your Mindless Zombie.
He had no charge.
Actually, I did... if you guys noticed, I stole stone at the perfect time, knowing that Casey had...
I accidentally revealed Eliminate the Leadership.
Yeah.
Which did cost me a few actions, but, it happens. I shouldn't have revealed it if it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I should have been more aware. I thought it would happen when they hit half wounds, but it only happens
when they get
below half.
Yeah. And also, the loudest squeal really did help out though too.
Yeah.
The 4 because the Shikome only have engaged with 1. I thought they had 2 for some reason, but
right.
Oh, you're looking.
Oh, okay. So not too banged up is if they have line of sight to Seamus or Madame Sybil because they can take the upgrade. So if the lore has line of sight to Sybil and is being lured, then they get +2 walk for the duration of the lore of the action. So, yeah, and now that, if you were taking at least 2 bells and you wanted to go heavy lore, I could see taking Sybil and not too banged up.
Isn't she very expensive, like 8?
She is 8. Not too banged up is another point.
So 9.
But if you want her, she has her own personal upgrade that adds some good triggers.
To her whip.
But again, it just depends. So, honestly, in this one, I didn't get as much use out of the nurse as I could have. But it was very interesting to see it all. Like you were saying, so if you hadn't marked him, I probably would have tried to just keep luring 1 or 2 gremlins at a time into range and just keep poison expunge. Yeah. Which would have got me at least 1 more flesh construct.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Shikome probably could have been replaced with 2 cheaper models, 1 of the Shikome.
Yeah. Because I thought I should. I think I did pretty... going on this flank seemed pretty a good decision. Summer didn't really leave, within 6 inches of his deployment. So
nope.
He sat there and just boom, shot people.
Yep. I mean, everything came to him, so he didn't really need to. Yeah.
And then that perfect moment with the double focus and hitting the Chicago.
Yep. Just. Oh yeah.
I think you guys heard that reaction.
That was so frustrating to see. Actually, you know what? If I had cheated it to where it was only, I think a straight flip.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I could have cheated it to a negative,
Mm-hmm.
which means you would have been on 1 positive and then cheated and still been 1 damage. Of course, in this case, it didn't matter. We didn't go to an extra turn.
Yeah.
So I had no opportunity to kill Summer anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was how that went.
Shikome was scary.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those moments.
Min damage 3 if they're
Right, if you hit them with the adversary, they go to min damage 3. They even have tear to shreds, double positive damage on a ram.
No wonder Kirai loves them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they're even better with Kirai in some ways. Yeah. Although most people think
I think they work well with McMorning just because of
they're not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just the only thing that hurts is their price. They are expensive.
They're 8 soul stones, yeah.
Yeah, that 8 soul stones.
I don't know, they're not too. They have hard. Yeah, they have hard to wound. So I mean, that should help keep them alive.
8 wounds, hard to wound.
But then getting charged by Francois, like with min damage.
Yeah, I did not expect it to die as soon as Francois hit.
What?
The defense 5 hurts.
Yeah.
Like even with hard to wound.
Well, that's the weakness of hard to wound. Like if you have something with a high min damage, it's like all right, I don't mind as long as I just connect.
Right, like Francois's dumb luck,
yeah.
or even the lucky knife with critical hit.
Yeah, crit strike. Yeah,
with crit strike.
I'm thinking.
But that's the thing. Like this Shikome that was over there, I don't think you would have been able to hit it as hard if you had thrown Bert instead of Francois. Because Bert, if you had Bert, he would have been outside of the. Because what's Lenny's aura? 3?
3 inches. Yeah.
He would have been outside of that aura.
Yeah. Well, but then I could have tossed Bert and Trixie, and then I could have lured Lenny twice to make sure he's in the aura.
But
like I said, hindsight.
But the thing, you were over here and had to charge. By the time you finished the charge, you would have been outside.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem.
Well, I mean,
and that's why he can get. That's why, yeah. So
Bert's min damage. He has a built-in ram.
Yeah.
So he's min 3.
Right. He's normally min 3. It
versus
only goes
versus
crazier,
Francois, which is min 4.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. 2 attacks can Bert reckless?
Yeah.
Okay. So it would have taken all 3 to hit.
Yeah.
They're both melee 6, right?
Yes, both melee 6.
Okay, so that's pretty close. Yeah, it's very. Which one's better just depends really on a lot of factors.
Yeah. Because if I had Bert and Trixabelle, I think Bert's a little more survivable. I think because I could slippery on to Lenny.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attack Trixabelle. All right, Lenny, whack him with your stick because Trixabelle has that trigger where. Oh no, it's when melee. When she hits, she can get them all. Yeah. Either Bert or her.
You know what? So we talked about schemes. I know what. So if I hadn't picked eliminate the leadership, I wouldn't have had to go after Sommer like that.
Yeah.
And that's where if I hadn't picked that,
then you could just pull.
I could have sent McMorning this way.
Yeah.
And if I had killed Lenny, there's a good chance I could have. Replacing Lenny with a flesh construct.
And Lenny is not hard to kill. I mean, he's.
Once you're in
sturdy.
there with.
He's sturdy, but he's not.
Yeah.
Something like McMorning could probably chop through him pretty quick.
Yeah. So that's one of those moments that would be very interesting to see how that would have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a blast, Casey. Thanks for coming, man.
Really good game.
And I'll be at LVO.
We'll see you.
Actually, it's probably come out after LVO. But
yeah.
I'm not participating in the Malifaux tournament. I'm doing the Kings of War. But it was nice getting practice in 2017. I'm liking it so far. I've heard some complaints from other people about it, but yeah, I'm liking it so far. Okay, cool. See you guys later. Bye. Boop. Boop.